better down in Southern California. Sunset Boulevard, work that corner. Should've been a doctor, could've been a lawyer. Huckleberry Finn, Hollywood, Tom Sawyer. Long John Silver, John Bon Jovi. Hung like a horse, you were one trick pony. All the little girlies scream my name when I walk up in the place like I'm Johnny Fontaine. Cause it never rains in Southern California. California. Mama, take me home back to LA. Back to LA. Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home?
What is up to all the beer lovers and everybody at the virtual beer festival? It's Mark McGrath from the band Sugar Ray, off the charts, but always in your hearts. Or you may recognize me by my other skill set, Sharknado 2, 3, and 6, but I don't necessarily like to paint with that brush, and Joe Dirt too. Anyway, take some sips, enjoy the beer, enjoy the flavor, go to Flavor Town on these beers, and then we're all gonna get together in the virtual beer festival and discuss beer and act like we know what we're talking about. All right, you guys, enjoy the virtual beer festival. I toast you all with my fake virtual beer. Enjoy it. A little bit of a break from the craziness that's going on. A virtual beer festival. What a great idea. Enjoy.
My name is Matt DeLoach. I'm the president and CEO of Abnormal Company. We started as Abnormal Wine, a small little winery here in Rancho Bernardo, San Diego, and have since grown to add our restaurant, The Cork and Craft, and finally Abnormal Beer, our little microbrewery. We started brewing beer because we love beer. It was something that we always wanted to do, and with the creation of the restaurant, it provided a kind of a meeting place for everybody to come and enjoy our products. The story behind Abnormal. It was something really that started with the wine side. We felt that the wine culture was super snobby and really not collaborative, and it's something that we always wanted to change. So we really set out to do something different and kind of do things our own way, and that has now transcended into the beer side as far as the styling, everything down from the styling of the can, being very clean, simple, instead of a lot of the busy nature. The flavor components, the ingredients that we use in it, in all of our beers, everything just kind of going our own path and doing everything, the best that we can do it. One of these three beers will be featured in your box. The green can is going to be Hop Salada. The kind of yeasty tan color is going to be Abnormal Weiss, and the brown color is Mocha Stout. First up is going to be Abnormal Weiss. It's going to be a traditional German-style wheat beer. You're going to get banana and clove from the yeast and a little bit of some citrus notes from the hops. Next up is our Mocha Stout. It is a milk stout that we produce. We work with local San Diego coffee roasters, most predominantly Moster Coffee, to provide the coffee beans that we put in here. We also add some cacao nibs, so you're going to get some smoothie, chocolatey notes on top of the really roasty notes of the coffee. Next up is Hop Salada. This is going to be our West Coast IPA. We add hops more than a few times during the boil, so it's going to have a lot of that, those floral notes, a lot of the aroma, with a lot of citrus and pine. Just a whole lot of little hop medley going on in there.
Round one.
When you got fired from TGI Fridays, did Mommy give you a loan to open a brewery?
She sure did. How do you think we expanded so quickly? She does the food menu too. Are you criticizing her food? You don't like her food? You don't like the menu? You want to tell her yourself?
I haven't had it. I would love to try.
She'll be here in 5 minutes. She'll cook for you. Meatloaf?
Sorry, but you kind of lost, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Round two.
All right, so you've been doing these beer festivals. You're all about beer. Got all these viewers. Why are you drinking White Claw on the weekends, and why are you bringing this here?
Round 3.
When I opened a can of Abnormal Weiss, I almost threw up in my mouth. It smelled like hot, dry llama piss.
That's their secret ingredient. Have you had a lot of hot llama piss? Do you know what it tastes like? Are you familiar with it?
I have.
Could you tell me
Spent some time in Egypt.
Round 4.
We're going to be canning today, but our steamer needs some grease. I need to squeeze your hair and get all that out of there. And damn it.
Final round.
You look like you shop at the clearance side of H&M ladies.
I frequent H&M.
Do you? Gosh, I can't.
Congratulations and celebration.
Hey there, American Joe friend Billy Buck Roscoe here today with what I call my double-barrel shotgun. Billy. America, I'm Billy Buck Roscoe and I'm done with it.
Here I'm here with Justin Swirlensky of Deschutes Brewing. Thanks for being with us.
Slowinski.
Slowensky?
Close enough.
No one cares.
It's not Lewinsky.
Tell us about Deschutes Brewing.
So Deschutes opened in 1988 in Bend, Oregon, was pretty much kind of a rundown logging town. And we kind of helped revive what the town was. We're independent, we're employee owned, and we make great liquid. And I've never met anybody in my life that has anything bad to say about Deschutes.
My roommate hated Black Butt. He despised it.
Well, because it's Black Butte Porter, not Black Butt Porter. So I don't know what he was drinking, but it wasn't our beer.
He was drinking something.
Now, Black Butte Porter, true fact, is the #1 selling porter in the United States. Thank you, people.
So what's the difference between Deschutes and every other brewery? What's your guys' niche?
I mean, besides the niche, there's not really that much that's different than Deschutes than a lot of other craft breweries. We're independent, we're employee owned. We've just been around longer. If you dig down into the roots, we're just an older true with a bigger canopy.
Okay. So what are we tasting today?
So today, we're gonna taste Wowza. Might be time to open that. Going with the typical trends of the health-conscious drinker right now that want low-calorie beers, this is a 100-calorie hazy pale ale. So you figure everything you want in a beer, hazy, hops, and checking some of these boxes for the health-conscious drinker. I don't know about you guys, but I keep finding weight as opposed to everybody else losing weight. Lemon, citrus, I think there's some passion fruit in here. Yep, that's good beer. You enjoying your Wowza? The second beer we're also drinking is going to be Deschutes, and I cannot wait to tell you the story behind the name of this beer.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us now?
Are you familiar with Hawaiian Pidgin? So local slang.
I know the language you speak of in the
So
islands.
shoots is a term for right on. Yes, cool. So yeah, let's do that. So you want to grab a beer?
I do.
You'd say shoots
Shoots.
ba.
Yeah.
And so on the islands, they've called us Deschutes for a long time. So we thought, what better way to crush an easy drinking pills and kind of pay a little homage to Hawaii.
Can't wait to wet my whistle with this fine juice.
Maybe I'll drink this and you can go home.
Hello, it's me.
This is a low-cal, 99-calorie, 4% Pilsner with only 25 IBUs. Super easy to crush. Kind of like on the islands, brother. So you'll notice as you guys drink this, there's going to be a lot of lemon, citrus, floral hops. I kind of drink this beer two different ways. One, I sip it. Two, I crush it. Aloha. Thank you guys for joining us today. If you want to find out more about Deschutes Brewery, go to DeschutesBrewery.com. Drink Deschutes.
Beer Fest or Hazmat, thanks for having us.
And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. I wake up in the morning and I wonder if I should go or stay right here. I wonder what will be enough and all the other little fears. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. And every day, so much to do and so much else getting in the way. And in between the work and stress, there's little else to say. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. Sometimes I feel like I can't keep up. I feel life keep passing me by. I wonder why we work so hard to have money instead of time. But it's alright, it's alright. Forgot what it's like to have the time with all of this responsibility. But I try to be good to you because, baby, you're good to me. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough. And it's so hard, it's so long, and that road could be so rough.
Hey, it's a Jet Ski King from Tiger King out here on the Florida Bay. Just want to let you guys know Rockstar Beer is having an online tasting and want you guys to try it out. It's some good stuff. Tiger King approved. Try it out, guys. And remember, fuck Carol Baskin. The bitch killed her husband.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mike Sprague here, Southern California Territory Manager for Rogue Ales and Spirits, broadcasting to you from the world-famous Tap That Oceanside, California. So I'm going to give you a little quick history on Rogue Ales. First of all, brewery's been around for about 30 years now, and yes, we actually do owe our first pub to a naked lady in a bathtub. I know that sounds crazy, but there was a gal named Mo 30 years ago, 30 years ago, that actually gave us our first shot at opening a brewery. She had an empty space in Newport, Oregon. Our founder, Jack Joyce, was there talking to her. And she was the one that agreed to let us put a brewery in her space. She said, we have 2 conditions. First of all, you always have to display this picture of me in your pub. And it is literally a picture of Mo half naked in a bathtub. The reason behind that picture was she figured if there was a picture of her half naked in the pub, her kids would never, ever come into that pub. So it was kind of a way for her to keep her kids out of the bar. Second condition that Mo had was that we actually had to feed the fishermen. And Mo's idea of feeding the fishermen was taking care of that local community. So to this day, Rogue still sells tuna. Believe it or not, if you go on our website, buy.rogue.com, you can buy a can of tuna. That's one way that we give back. We also have done over $250,000 worth of scholarships at OSU under the Jack Joyce Foundation for the fermented sciences. Excuse me, this is not my first Bat Squatch. We do a lot of foundations through the Oregon Zoo with the California Condor program. So we're trying to give back in a lot more ways than just locally. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's crack this can. Pour out some Bat Squatch. It's got a great haze to it. And one of the things I kind of want you to do is actually nose the beer a little bit. Don't be afraid to get in there. You get a little foam on the end of your nose, it's no big deal. One of the biggest things I get from this beer is like melon and strawberry and pineapple, and that has a lot to do with the hops we use. We're using Eldorado hops, we're using Mosaic hops, and we're using Belma hops, which was a newer hop that was introduced in about 2012. Belma's very famous for like strawberry and pineapple flavors. Anyway, cheers, let's do some drinking. Great mouthfeel. We actually used a little bit more oat and a little bit more wheat in this beer so that we could actually take off a little bit of that bitterness. We do a double centrifuge on this beer. And what that means is we start the beer process and then we do 1 centrifuge and that whips the yeast off the beer. We dry hop it. We let that beer sit we let those hops sit in there for a week. And then we spin off those hops in the second centrifuge after a week. Kind of a cool thing we do, but the best thing about it is you're always going to get a great hazy beer with that double centrifuge. Rogue's never going to settle. We never fall down. One of the cool things that Rogue's always famous for is just a shit ton of ingredients, and Bat Squatch was no exception on this. We actually threw a lot of oats and wheat into this beer, which helped smooth out that mouthfeel a little bit. And it actually also took off a little bit of the edge of the bitterness. So you just get a delicious friggin' beer at the end of the day. Let's talk about the Bat Squatch. Where did this come from? So literally this is a legend in Oregon. Around 1980 was the first sighting when Mount St. Helens erupted. And apparently there was a hiker and he saw this creature ape-like with his 50-foot bat wingspan come out of the mountain, and that's where it all started. There have actually been sightings of the Bat Squatch up until 2009 as far south as Mount Shasta in California. So come on, man, you just got to believe. You got to believe in the Squatch. One of the things people always tell me is how cool our graphics are, and as much as I wish I could take credit for it, I can't. Hagen Moore is one of our designers. Huge shout out to Hagen. He was the one who designed the Bat Squatch can. He literally took this creature and wanted to make it very cartoony, but at the end of the day, he put the glowing eyes on there, the fangs, the claws. He also wanted it to be a little scary. And if you notice on the words where it says Bat Squatch here, he took that from way early horror movies with the dripping blood kind of. If you go back to like the Dracula and the Frankenstein movies, that's where he got a lot of inspiration from. And one of the cool things we started doing on our cans in about 2019, when you see our newer cans, you're going to find little Easter eggs on there. And Easter eggs is something brewers do. That's what we call them. The designers will actually throw something on the can to see if you can find it. So something cool we did, you look at the Bat Squatch, and if you're staring at the can and you look over his left shoulder and you're looking at the stars, if you look up, we actually even put the little dipper in there. We have some different cans with different Easter eggs in them. So that's kind of just a little fun fact that Rogue's doing just to make the cans a little more interesting. We have our Coast Haste is one of our beers. And you look at the can, there's a truck on the picture. You don't think that much of it. On the side of the truck, it says Malberg Express. Pat Malberg does all our shipping. So it's just one of those things. We throw those little Easter eggs in there just to make it a little more fun. Maybe a shout out to one of the guys at the brewery. Maybe a shout out to somebody who's doing shipping. But it's just a great way to pay homage to somebody or something that's influenced us in one way or the other. At the end of the day, the legend of the Bat Squatch was very hazy. Can't think of a better name to name our hazy IPA. It's delicious beer. Cheers, guys. Thanks for showing.
Hey man, can I have some beer? Dude, I just want a beer. Dude, I just want a beer, man!
Come on, man, don't give up. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You got it. You got it, dog. You got it. Come on, dog. Do it. Yeah.
Hey guys, Jeff and Lauren from the Netflix show Tiger King. This goes out to our friends at Virtual Beer Festival. Apparently you guys are all sitting around home drinking craft beers and enjoying a virtual beer tasting.
Save some for me.
That's pretty original, I gotta say. Wouldn't it be easier just to kind of sneak into somebody's garage and open it up as a club and just really drink beer in front of each other? That's what I would do. Thank you guys, but I'm a rule breaker, you know that. Thank you guys for watching the show and for your support. We love you all. We want you all to stay safe and keep your family safe. And when this pandemic is over, come and see us at the park. We'd love to have you guys, and we'll drink beer together without virtual. Yeah. Bye, guys.
Are you guys ready to do pub trivia with Ace Cider?
Which brewer is widely credited with creating the strain of yeast used in many lagers today? A. Heineken, B. Budweiser, C. Carlsberg, D. Beck's.
Carlsberg?
Which of the following is not a variety of hop? A. Millennium, B. Tomahawk, C. Pilgrim, D. Victory.
Tomahawk.
Nope.
Non-alcoholic beer generally contains roughly the same amount of alcohol as what kind of fruit? A. Banana, B. Pear, C. Pineapple, D. Kiwi.
Kiwi?
Nope.
How many calories can be found in a traditional pint of 5% lager? A. 185, B. 200, C. 215, D. 285.
180?
Which brand of beer recently altered its recipe to better replicate how it tastes in its country of origin? A. Guinness, B. Asahi, C. Newcastle, D. Stella.
Newcastle.
Who is the world's largest brewer? A. Anheuser-Busch, B. China Resource, C. Miller, D. Heineken.
China.
AB. Okay guys, thank you so much for playing along. If you need more information on Ace Cider, you can find us at www.acecider.com. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at Ace Cider. And you can find most of our products in Whole Foods, Bevmo, Total Wine, and most of your regular grocers like Stater Brothers, Ralph's, Albertsons, all that good stuff. So thanks again guys, thanks for your support. Stay safe and healthy out there.
What's up, Virtual Beer Festival? Virtual Beer Festival sounds fun. Enjoy, drink up, be merry. Can't wait to see the result of in-house hedonism.
So Seek Out Hard Seltzer was created last year. We launched it in February by the great folks of Two Town Cider House, using the same no shortcuts approach that we apply with our cider making to making this nice and tasty, great hard seltzer. So with this event, we're going to be showcasing our brand new seltzer that we just launched last month. It's going to be our Clementine Grapefruit is going to be this item that we're going to be tasting today. Nice and citrus and zesty. So when people are out there in the market looking for our hard seltzer, you can find them in 6 different options. You'll see them in the individual 6-packs that you see here with all 5 different options. And then you also see it in the variety pack as well, depending on if you want the big package format instead of the 6-packs. Like I mentioned, this is our brand new hard seltzer, Clementine Grapefruit. We've had a lot of success with our ciders using Clementine, and so we thought, why not try it with the seltzer? So when you pour this, what's going to help separate our brand from some of the other brands that are out there is going to be the fact that we're just fruit and water when it comes to making this seltzer. So there's going to be no refined sugars, there's going to be no artificial flavors, the alcohol is coming from the fruit. 100 calories, 1 to 2 grams of sugar depending on the different seltzer that you're getting, and 5% alcohol across the board. So this is going to be our Clementine Grapefruit hard seltzer, 5%, 1 gram of total sugar with this one. So when you are smelling it and getting ready to taste it, you should get some nice citrus notes. That clementine should really pop out, kind of give you a little tingle in the nose. Oh yeah, and then you're gonna get a nice little clementine on the front end with a little passion fruit on the finish. Kind of like I mentioned before, it's gonna be nice and citrusy with a little zestiness as well. So you can find our Seek Out Hard Seltzer at a variety of different chains. Safeways, Albertsons, Kroger's, Fred Meyer, Whole Foods, PNCC, Natural Market, Grocery Outlet, Bevmo, Total Wine, your local independent and bottle shops. You can also view our website, seekoutseltzer.com. You can view all the different varieties that we have if you want a little bit more additional information. And then we also have a locator, a Seek Out Seeker, that if you put in your zip code and you actually put in the type of seltzer that you are looking for in the market, it'll pop up and show you exactly where those items are located in the market. Whether it's a chain or an independent store, you can see all the different places that we sold all our products so that you're not stuck driving around to different locations. You can also use Rockstar Brewfest as a promotional code that we're doing specifically for this event. It's a one-time use for customers. You can't use it with any of our bundles, but if you enter the code Rockstar Brewfest, 10% off the different seltzers that we have to offer. And then we're also doing a promotional with our ciders as well. If you visit our website, twotownciderhouse.com, same applies. We have a locator that you can view all our different options, and then you can also apply the promotional code for this event that we're using as a little thank you to everybody out there that's participating in this Virtual Beer Festival.
Is it on?
It's on. Okay.
All right, we're on.
Garage door assisted Corona.
Chugging challenge.
All right.
All right, hang on.
Assume the position. Quick, guys, get ready.
Shit. It's all right. Oh, shit. Okay, wait.
I don't think we missed a drop.
Jake and Barb,
I'm pretty sure we got it all.
you're up.
Welcome to our virtual beer fest. My name is Sam and I'm here on behalf of NINKASI Brewing Company out of Eugene, Oregon. NINKASI was founded in 2006 by Jamie Floyd and Nikos Ridge. Nikos had a background in finance. Jamie was an aspiring brewer. They were introduced by a mutual friend, and together they sparked the idea that is NINKASI today. NINKASI continues to grow and thrive, independently owned and community driven. The word NINKASI actually means the ancient Sumerian goddess of fermentation. The first beer they ever brewed in 2006 was our very own Total Domination, which continues to be one of our most popular brands. Back then, they didn't have all the fancy beer equipment that they have today, so when they went to sample buyers, they served it in mason jars. We've come a long way, but we're here to give you the most delicious beer. The first beer I'm going to introduce to you today is our Prismatic Juicy IPA. It's 5.9%. It gets the name Juicy from the cryo hops that we use in the brewing process. Cryo hops is a technique used to extract the lupulin powder from the hop plant, and that we use to hop instead of adding all the vegetal matter, which actually contributes to bitterness. The result is our Prismatic Juicy IPA, a lip-smacking delicious beer. So, I'll crack one open. It has a beautiful gold, almost orange color, an off-white foam, and wonderful tropical aromatics. Delicious. The next beer I'm going to show is our Peach Made in the Shade. This is our current seasonal here at NINKASI Brewing Company, but we added the peach this year, which is different. We originally brewed Made in the Shade to tribute our Eugene Country Fair, but it was so popular that we decided to make it a seasonal. And this year, the added peach is an extra surprise. This beer is 7.3% and 71 IBUs. And the thing I love about it most is that the peach really balances the bitterness. This also has a very light orange tint, off-white foam. You can really smell the peach and the stone fruit. And I love that the peach is able to shine in this because the bitterness really balances it out. That's gonna be it for me for today, guys. But cheers to the goddess NINKASI. If you are interested in finding any other NINKASI brews, please go to ninkasibrewing.com and type your zip code into our beer finder, and you can find any of our brands in your area. Cheers!
Dale and Tony Wings of Merrick Shot, the drinker at the Virtual Beer Festival. Virtual Beer Festival, Rockstar Beer Festival. All right, drinking all the beers sent to them, to their houses, okay, and having a great time, getting all drunk. Don't even got an Uber. Better drinking at home, better than drinking and driving, all right? So, wish y'all many monies for many moons. Have fun tasting them beers. Let me know which one the best one. Send me a case of it. How about that? Dan Tony.
have your attention, please? I repeat, may I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here. Y'all act like you never seen a white person before. Jaws on the floor like Pam, it's time we just burst the door. Started whipping her ass worse than before they first were divorced, throwing her over furniture. It's the return of the oh wait, no way you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Dr. Dre said, nothing you idiots, Dr. Dre's daddy's locked in my basement. Feminist women love Eminem, chicka 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 Slim Shady. I'm sick of him, look at him, walking around grabbing his you know what, flipping the you know who. Yeah, but he's so cute though. Well, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedroom. Sometimes I wanna get on TV and just let loose, but I can't. But it's room for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. My bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips. And if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little kiss. And that's the message that we deliver to little kids and expect them not to know what a woman's clitoris is. Course they're gonna know it in the courses. By the time they hit 4th grade, they got the Discovery Channel, don't they? We ain't nothing but mammals. Well, some of us cannibals will rip other people open like antelopes. What if we can hunt at animals and antelopes? And there's no reason that a man and another man can't elope. Well, if you feel like I feel, I got the antidote. Women wave your pantyhose, sing the chorus and it goes. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Oh, you other Slim Shadys are just too much Shady. Want the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Oh, you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Want the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Will Smith don't got a cuss in his rap to sell records. Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too. Think I give a damn about a Grammy? Half of you critics can't even stomach me, let alone stand me. But Slim, what if you win? Would it be weird? Why, so you guys could just lie to get me here? So you could sit me here next to Britney Spears? Shit, Christina Aguilera better switch me chairs so I can sit next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst. Hear him argue over who she gave head to first. Little bitch put me on blast on MTV. Yeah, he's cute, but I think he's married to Kim. Well, I should download the audio on MP3 and show the whole world how you gave them an MVD. Sick of you little girl and boy groups, all you do is annoy me. So I have been sent here to destroy you. And there's a million of us just like me, cuss like me, just don't give a fuck like me, dress like me, walk, talk, and act like me. Just might be the next best thing, but not quite me. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Oh, you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Want the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Oh, you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Want the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. I'm like a head trip to listen to, cause I'm only giving you things you joke about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference is I got the balls to say it in front of y'all, and I don't gotta be false or sugarcoated at all. I just get on the mic and spit it, and whether you'd like to admit it or ain't, I just shit it better than 90% of you rappers out can. Then you wonder how these kids eat up these albums like Valiums. It's funny, cause at the rate I'm going when I'm 30, I'll be the only person in the nursing home flirty. Bitch and nurses' asses when I'm jacking off with jerkins, and I'm jerking, but this whole bag of Viagra isn't working. In every single person there's a Slim Shady lurking. You could be working at Burger King, spitting on your onion rings, or in the parking lot circling, screaming, I don't give a fuck with his windows down and his system up. Will the real Shady please stand up? Put one of those fingers on each hand up, and be proud to be out of your mind and out of control. And one more time, loud as you can, how does it go? I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Oh, you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Want the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. Oh, you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Want the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Keep going.
Thank you. Have a good one, Virtual Beer Fest. We'll see you next time.
Yeah,